Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Honorable Marv. I'm Marv, no guy, no lie, I'm that guy, and we are back with another WWE pay-per-view rewind. And I got Jojo, my man Andre, the sports junkie, and Mr. Tyrell Jackson.
Yes,
What's up?
sir.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
Don't worry, I'm in the process of changing the background. Don't worry.
Oh, wow.
Ain't nothing much to it.
Uh,
Just,
oh
you
yeah, you
know.
still got the background from that shitty pay-per-view you and Jojo picked, huh? Yeah.
At the end of the day, JoJo's the one that chose it. All
But
right.
no, you co-signed for it, so don't blame
Yeah, you kind of
JoJo.
did co-sign
Yeah,
for it,
you
man.
co-signed for that, so don't
So
blame
we,
him.
No, JoJo, don't do that.
bro, we're
No, sir.
it's together. High School Musical type stuff right here, man.
No, we're not. You're in this one
Yes,
on your
we are.
own.
Yes, we
You're in
are, bro.
this
We
on your own.
speaking French today, bro. We
Mm-mm. What's y'all?
Yeah.
One
one
sound.
sound.
You
Hey,
y'all
That's
y'all
why.
and one
That's why
side,
Jay
yes,
Will
sir.
eliminated you in the Royal Rumble.
y'all two one
That's why
band,
Jay
one
Will
sound.
eliminated you in the Royal Rumble.
All right, bro. See, now you going too far, man.
That's fucked up. All right, today we are doing the 2017 Great Balls of Fire chosen by Mr. Jackson himself. So Tyrell, you want to start it off?
This was so they really highlighted on three marquee matches in this event. It was Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss, the
Yeah.
ambulance match between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, and then the Brock Lesnar Samoa Joe match. Which, to be honest, for all three marquee matches that they really wanted to highlight, it was pretty damn good. That each match had its own different style while also keeping it entertaining. I did feel like the main event was a little underwhelming, but overall, it was still a good match and actually like kind of jogged my memory on some of these things. Especially like the Samoa Joe Brock Lesnar match. My memory kind of got distorted a little bit. How that I thought that match was like pretty quick as far as Lesnar
I thought
dominance
so
when I
too.
was like going back to like thinking that that's how the match was gonna be. But I was kind of surprised about how much offense Samoa Joe ended up getting when we get to that match. But overall, good event and a very underrated tag team match that nobody talks about, and that was just an overall great match as well.
Yeah.
I almost didn't choose this event just strictly off of freaking Enzo Amore versus Big Cass. That alone almost turned me off from choosing this event. But there were stronger matches on this card that was like, okay, this is a good enough card to
It made up.
Yeah.
yeah.
It made up for it.
Pretty much.
Shoot, honestly, bro, I really thought that Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt match was pretty good. Like, it's like,
Oh
That
yeah.
shit.
It was
bro,
good. It
they
was definitely good to
chemistry is
start
so
that off.
underrated, bro. Bro, that match, like, I just like graps, bro. Like graps in the ring, bro. When you working with two people that can actually go, bro, it's some of the most beautiful art that you will ever
Mm.
see. That match was very good for me.
Yeah.
I like the Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks match too. I personally thought Sasha should have won the title, but that's just me. Um, Now that Roman and Braun match, the ambulance
Mm.
match, and the aftermath of it, bro,
Crucial.
they was booking Braun Strowman like he was like 2005 John Cena, bro. That dude, bro, I hated that nigga on Monday Night Raw, bro. Bro, I hated him, bro.
What?
Yes, bro, I hated him, bro. Cause like Cena at the time when Cena was like not showing up as much, so I was like, dang, I gotta find somebody else. So Roman was always that guy for me, and then he was just whooping this nigga every Monday, and I got sick of it, bro.
Mhm.
Man, bro, this nigga Roman was on a stretcher on a random episode of Raw, by the way.
Yep.
He flipped Roman off of like a little balcony type thing. He landed face first. I'm like, yeah, bro, it's up with you, bro. I don't care how tall and big you is. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
He was like, "You got to something got to be done with you."
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah,
Braun
because
was on
when
a
he
good
pushed, I remember being in shock too. When he pushed, I was like, "This."
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm like, he killed. I was like, he killed that man. Check on
Man.
him.
No, for real. I thought that was a Roman Reigns heel turn. I'm like, so he's still a face after he just attempted murder? Like, all right, bet.
And that's when Tyrell. That's for me. That's when the fan. That's when I started realizing like the fan base. Like this man almost killed Roman, and the fans were cheering him all because
Yeah.
he had defeated the Undertaker at Mania prior.
But it's
Yeah.
crazy because
And
like
now
before
that's
he
yeah.
because
And,
before he beat Taker, bro, the fans weren't really fucking with him then. But when he
Mm-mm.
beat Taker, bro,
Remember on
they hated that nigga, bro.
Remember
It's
on Raw,
crazy.
every time he went to speak, the fans would be like,
Yeah.
"Shut the fuck up!"
yep.
I'm like, "Damn."
Bro, that nigga said, "This is my yard now," and just dropped the mic and walked off. Bro, that would have been a perfect time for Roman to embrace that Tribal Chief character, bro. And I would stand on that
Mm-hmm.
take for the rest of my life, bro. They
Yeah,
waited
No,
too late.
2017 Roman Reigns compared to 2020. 2017 Roman Reigns when that pulled off the tribal chiefs. Like he really wouldn't.
Yes, sir.
He
But
wasn't
just the heat,
strong
he
enough
was getting
mic
heat.
worker.
He was getting heat, and he was a face.
Like he was getting heat, but that I mean, as far as like what we got from the tribal chief, like nah, that wouldn't have worked in 2017 or even 2018 when this event took place. The Bray Wyatt Seth Rollins match, like I thought I went into that match thinking Bray Wyatt was gonna lose. Like I remember at that
Yeah.
time I was calling Bray the eater of pins because I'm like he's calling himself the eater of worlds, but he's always getting pinned. And I really went into that match thinking that way. I thought both guys had good pacing, good timing. Nobody carried one or the other in this match. I thought it was a good overall opening match.
Yeah.
Great
Oh
chemistry.
my
Man,
goodness.
it's like them Shield members just got good chemistry with Bray Wyatt, bro.
they do.
Like
Yeah.
they
They do.
do. They
Gotta
do.
remember that would have been a good 3-on-3. Gotta remember.
Yeah.
Because like you said, all of them. I can
The
say
Wyatts
I
versus
give it an
Shield.
8. I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was a good match, but it was like below average for Seth, like pay-per-view
Yeah.
matches though.
Man, Seth Rollins can put on a banger with a broom, bro.
Right.
Like that dude is him.
But rest in peace to the great Bray Wyatt,
Mm-hmm.
man. It was a good match.
Yeah, man. Bro, when
Oh,
I got the news he passed, bro, I was at work, bro, and I seen this shit. And I seen because Triple H posted it on Twitter.
and I ain't believe it.
Like, bro, I was like, bro, it's no way, bro. Then I just saw all TMZ, and I was like,
Yeah,
no way, bro. Bro, I was
I,
shocked, bro. I didn't expect that, bro.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's,
bro. RIP to Wendell, man, for real.
yeah.
and yeah, and Marv, you said it best, man. An 8 for that match, and just because they had between those two, not just the chemistry, but the pacing of the match and the just watching those two work in the ring, I was like, damn, like
Mhm.
they don't need writers. They can this is shit they just come up with on their own. Like they're that good to the point where it's like, you guys go ahead, I trust you, go do what you do.
Yeah.
And they went out,
Yep.
and for that being the first match on the card, usually those aren't usually matches like that are like mid, like in the middle, but that was a great way to kick that pay-per-view
Mhm.
off.
Yeah,
It low-key set the tone for the pay-per-view for the most
Yeah.
part.
Mm-hmm.
it did.
Like it really did.
It did.
And that's what you want from an opening match. You want that match to set the tone of this whole card, whether it's from the audience standpoint, from the wrestler standpoint. You know, you have an opening match like that. That's one of those go to hit the back of the curtain and go, all right, y'all go top that. Because
Yeah,
we did our thing.
not like that showdown. But we'll move on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Whatever
we'll move on.
whatever the main post that was.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Oh goody.
We'll move on.
Oh
So
goody.
the Big Cass and Enzo match. What y'all think about that one?
Man,
The promo was decent.
bathroom break.
That promo drug out, man. That promo, I'm like, bro, it was like,
Yeah.
dude, it was like watching an old person like trying to eat food after a while. I'm like, all right, you
Yeah.
going around like dude went around his elbow to get to his wrist to get to the point. Like Enzo had him at first, and then you could just literally in real time just watch him lose the audience.
Hey
Like
Tyrell.
in real time.
Hey Tyrell.
Yeah.
You remember what you said about trying to fix a broken bowl a few times?
You said what?
Remember what you said about trying to fix a broken bowl a few times?
Um
That's what that promo
yeah,
reminded me of.
yeah,
Trying to
yeah.
fix that broken bowl a few times, it's not working, man. It
It's
was
not
just like,
working.
it's not working for you, man. It's like shitting in the wind. It's not working.
And,
Man,
It
and then
was,
the match itself was just,
yeah.
I
I,
was so
Y'all
sick.
remember that episode?
zero.
Yeah. Y'all
I,
remember that episode of SpongeBob where freaking Patrick is listening to Squidward play the clarinet and he's like, oh boy, E minor. And as soon as
Mhm.
Squidward start playing, Patrick fell asleep. That was me watching that crap,
Yeah,
bro.
bro,
Yeah.
Bro, I fell asleep and then woke up and Big Cass was getting his arm raised. I was like, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
On to something
Bro,
else.
this
And
was
that
a
theme
bad
song by
part.
Big Cass was
Yeah.
horrible. Like, what was they thinking with that song?
There, real quick before we move on, Marv, as you always say, there's a reason why they're no longer signed.
Exactly.
Bro, but this the thing
Exactly.
about Enzo and Big Cass though. I feel like they should never broke up. Like when they came from NXT because Carmella was with them while they was down in NXT. They got called up to the main roster. There's like outside of like the Usos and the New Day, they was like the most over tag team on the roster. That was before like the Hardys and stuff came. Like they was over, bro. Like biggest guy in the room, how you doing? Like the crowd loved it.
Bada bing, bada boom. How
Yeah,
you
like bro,
doing?
like it was no reason for them to turn, like it was no reason for Big Cass to turn heel on Enzo, bro. I'm sorry, bro. They never held tag team gold that I recall on the main roster.
Like,
I
they
just,
didn't hold tag team go to NXT. They
bro,
held
and I
no
just
tag
feel
team
like
go.
it was a waste of opportunity, bro. This, bro, and I'm not trying to compare them to Crime Time, bro. They just like Crime Time, bro. They was over. The crowd loved them. They got good reactions every week, and no type of success came with it. They ate pins, bro. That's exactly what they did, and it's
Yep.
stupid. Vince had no reason to have Big Cass turn heel. Once he did that, Big Cass had no direction on SmackDown. He got released. Enzo went down to the Cruiserweight division. At
Yep.
least he held a singles title. He held the Cruiserweight Championship, but it was like,
And
at this
then
point, it was whatever.
got completely buried by the Miz
Exactly.
on live TV. I remember that promo, and it's just and to be honest with Big Cass, now Big Bill, he was doing pretty good with Ricky Starks, and then they paired him up with that old fart Jericho, and now he's back
Yep.
on the downslide, and it's like, oh my gosh, like he's got much more toner, he's gotten better in the ring, his personality is starting to come out, and I'm like, now he's just a big guy, like he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And that's about it. So
It's just wasted. It was just for me, just a waste of talent when you split them.
well,
Bro.
this match was a 3-pack of ass.
Man,
So
this is getting a -7. Bro. I ain't gonna lie.
So
This
then that
was
means we
like
can move
3 minutes, bro.
on
Like
from it.
2, 3 minutes. It was pitiful, bro.
And we all knew how the ending was gonna happen.
Bro, everybody knew Enzo was not gonna beat Big Cass, bro. What y'all think Enzo is, right, Mysterio? Man, come on, come on, bro.
I can't even rate this match. I heated up a hot pocket the whole time this match was going on, so I can't even.
I'll give it a 1
give it
for the
give it 2 out.
catchphrase.
Yeah, Enzo entrance made it good for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm.
That's about it, bro. And I'm still giving it a -7, bro, because that was some shit.
That's bad.
He said that was some shit.
Man, it was some shit with the corn in it. That's what that was, bro. That shit
Oh.
was garbage, bro.
When DX did that style.
Man, they couldn't, bro. They put this on a pay-per-view, bro. Like, what do y'all think was gonna happen, bro?
This is where Marv would say it could have been put on a normal Monday night.
Or should never just broke them up. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you could have kept that script to yourself.
Jewel.
Yeah, man.
You did break them up. It should have been better than that. It should have
Yeah.
been better than that.
You could have kept
And I
that script
feel
to
like they
yourself.
didn't get a chance to really gel as a team long enough to eventually get to that stardom.
I ain't gonna lie. If they would have still been a tag team, bro, I still think they would have been in WWE today. Like, I legit think they'd still be in WWE.
I definitely agree with that. They definitely would.
Triple H would have cooked something up for them.
Yeah, because like around this time now, the Usos aren't a tag team no more. The New Day doing whatever they doing on Raw. I mean, Raw tag division is outside the New Day just ass.
Real quick, Xavier Woods needs to just turn on Kofi real quick because this shit needs to end now. It's been going on since 2014. Let it die. Let it go.
Bro, it's the thing. Like, I love the New Day, bro. It's just Raw tag division just isn't good, bro. And like
The whole tag team division is not good,
bro. Like the only team I can see beating the New Day is the Usos, bro. That's the only team I can see beating them, bro. Because I don't think nobody on Raw has a legit chance of beating. Now, we talking about SmackDown tag division.
That's a different story.
Man, you got the Street Profits, MCMG, you got DIY, you got Los Astorios,
What?
You got the wide six, bro. Like SmackDown tag division is stacked, bro, compared to Raw. That man, bro.
Well,
Watching
that's
Raw,
like saying that's like saying that person two you got two prisoners in the prison yard and one of them is the nicer prisoner of the two. It's the
man.
same thing. The division sucks. Let's be honest. Yes, SmackDown is slightly
Oh,
better, but it's the
I don't
same four
know.
No,
teams fighting
I
against
wouldn't
each
say
other.
sucks.
Nah,
It sucks.
I
It's the
think
same four
SmackDown
teams going
division
against each
good
other.
though.
I mean, there's a possible way that Big Cass and Enzo could
Yeah,
reunite.
bro. Yeah.
You never know. If the Miz and John Morrison can do it, man,
Man,
these two, there's a possible chance these two
Here,
could
Miz and
reunite.
R-Truth was the tag team champions in
hmm
2024. So I mean,
Right.
shout out to my boy Ron Killings, by the way. Man, but they could have still been on a roster, bro. But yeah, man. This match is
they
kind of
could have
making
made
me
something
angry.
more.
Yeah, bro. This match, bro, just made me angry. Just looking at their match on the card just pissed me off, bro. Like it was bad.
There's gonna be
Oh,
one or two matches that's gonna be like that, Jojo.
yep.
Unfortunately, bro.
And
Calm
here
down.
comes the good one, though.
I think one of the best tag team matches I've ever seen in my lifetime,
Oh
And
yeah.
honestly. And I think it was
Oh,
because it was an Iron Man match too. That's my kind of
yep.
match.
and that's the thing, bro. I don't really care for Iron Man matches because they're too long, bro. But this match right here was good, bro. You got arguably one of the greatest tag teams ever in the Hardys versus the Bar. Bro, the Bar is underrated, by the way.
hmm
A very good
They were
tag
a
team.
damn good tag team.
Hard hitting, high
Mhm.
flying, solid in ring work from both teams, man. And I
I
think this
remember.
Matt was like slowing down. Matt was really slowing down around this
Yeah,
time, but he still held up his end of the bargain in the match, bro. It was
yeah.
I'm giving this an 8, bro. It was a good match.
And can we also can't forget Cesaro, if you were watching this show, credit to you and losing a couple teeth, man.
Yeah.
That ring post must have fucking hurt. And you
Yeah.
still had to go with the
Mhm.
match.
Yeah,
I,
I
I
ain't gonna.
I do like the fact, like in the match, like very quick, give the Hills the pinfall. Very
hmm
within 20 seconds,
Yeah.
Hills got the pinfall. Now you're telling the stories that the baby faces are trying to come back. The
Yep.
whole time, bro. I really had liked the beginning of that. It's a classic way of booking an Iron Man match of giving the heel the upper run so the baby face can fight the baby face or the baby faces can fight back
Yeah.
and get the crowd stoked. I'm gonna crap on the Dallas crowd here. Because at I think it was like 3.5 minutes to go, the referee goes down for the pin, and they count the referee sliding into the pin as a 1. So they're
Oh
on
yeah.
3, and the ref is correctly on 2, and then they try to bury the referee, and it's like, you guys look stupid. Like, no,
So
you guys got it wrong. Like, you counted the referee hitting his body hitting the mat as a 1 count. So you're telling me that Patrick Starr was right about people in Texas being stupid?
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that kind of ruined it a little bit. Like just the crowd just like trying to take over the match. But I love the the ending where they go up, like the heels go up 4-3. I think it was Cesaro that pinned Jeff, and Cesaro slides out of the ring, runs around, gets back in. Hardy gets back in. Twisted Fate 1-2, but the clock expired.
Yeah, that
Great
was
way to
fire.
finish the match. That was a great way to finish
That
the
was a
match.
good spot, bro. That was a
It
very
was
good
just
spot.
all around, like from bell to bell. It was a perfectly booked match. Like you can't get anything like whether it's a tag team match or a singles Iron Man match. If you need to book a perfect Iron Man match, that is a format that you need to follow through and through. Overall, great match. Out of 10, 9 stars. Nine out of
yeah,
10.
I'm
Best
Yeah.
gonna
match
say
of the
giving it a
night.
10.
Yeah, that was a
Best
good
match of the
spot,
night.
bro.
Jeez.
I give it a 10 because all these guys are great performers.
Yeah.
Especially Cesaro is underrated. I always felt
Man,
he was
Cesaro,
underrated.
that's a good,
So
We
that's a
don't
good wrestler right
we
there,
don't
man.
set the bar. We are the
yeah,
bar.
people
Ooh,
need
that
to
was
talk
beautiful,
about
bro.
Cesaro. They need to mention him sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
He's
And it's
another
crazy because
single
he
talent
had
too.
some charisma back then. But it's like now look at him, he has as much charisma as a wet sponge. Like,
He
but
could have
back
been the
then it's
guy.
like he had some charisma.
He could have been the guy that could have benefited from a Paul Heyman, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
They
Like,
tried that and it failed.
yeah, unfortunately, bro. Unfortunately. I just don't think they And it's hard to think about this, bro, because they put Paul Heyman with like a lot of people, and they did. He
Curtis
was with
Axel.
Cesaro for a minute too, though. But it was like, bro, like I don't think they just booked Cesaro good enough for him to be with Paul Heyman. If that
They
made
did. They did.
they didn't, bro. Like
I mean,
I
they
remember
booked him with Curtis Axel, and he became an
bro,
IC champ.
yeah, bro, Ryback, man. They paired. I remember them pairing Paul with damn, what's that nigga name, bro? I forgot.
Ryback.
Yeah, him. And I think Ryback ended up getting the IC championship out of that too. I hated that nigga growing up too, by the way. I ain't gonna lie. I hated him, bro. Hated
He,
that.
he could get under your skin.
Yeah.
Damn, nigga, who did you like? You hated everybody from
Bro,
what?
bro, if
Damn.
you beef with John Cena growing up, bro,
Oh,
I hated you, bro. Like outside of Randy Orton, I mean, I never hated Randy. Randy was always my guy, but
that was
Ryback,
the main nigga beefing with him. What you mean?
bro, it was respectable though, because if Randy said he was gonna do something, bro, he gonna let you know he gonna do it, then he gonna do it when you're expecting it. Like with Edge, Adam Copeland, yeah, I'm talking to you, bro.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
He's
whoa, whoa! Don't do that.
bro, I got to, bro.
Don't do that.
Go
Bro,
ahead,
I
Don't
got
don't
Enzo.
to,
don't
bro.
I
don't
got your back
don't
on this
He
one.
Marv, he tortured us as kids.
don't disrespect my man.
Man,
He
bro, I would
tortured
never
us as kids.
forget
Don't no.
SmackDown 2007, bro.
That nigga's
Undertaker
that nigga's
barely
goat.
wins his match.
That
You
nigga's
think you know
goat.
me? And here go this nigga with the briefcase, bro, and cashes in, bro. Man, I turned SmackDown
That
off
shit
that
cooked,
night, bro. I
bro.
was pissed.
And
Oh my
Mark
I,
God.
Henry just beat his ass too, and he was in a steel cage with Batista.
It is
hey, that's one of the more
bro.
underrated steel cage matches of all time.
It is. I
Yeah,
agree with you,
Batista
it
and
Tyrell.
is.
Taker.
I agree with you.
It is.
The Undertaker couldn't catch a break that night.
Man,
Yeah.
bro. People don't talk about it. Undertaker was in hell in SmackDown, bro. This nigga had to worry about
Edge and Vicky Guerrero,
Khali.
La Familia,
Bro, like,
Ali,
bro, what? Big
Mark
Show?
Henry.
Man,
He had to
bro.
worry. He had to worry about a lot of people.
Man, if I was the world champion, I had to worry about all them niggas, bro.
Yeah.
Man, fire me, bro. I'm going to the unemployment office and everything. I'm finding me another job, bro, because I can't take this shit no more, bro.
Hey, but pause. He ran through them niggas though.
Yeah, yeah,
He ran through them all.
yeah.
But when he
It's still
brought
went
Hell's
off,
Gate,
bro.
that's when
So,
he
so
got
did so did Edge. So did Edge. So
when he brought Hell's Gate though, that was a game
so
changer.
did
No way for
Bro,
Taker.
I kid you not, bro. At WrestleMania 24, when Undertaker choked that nigga out, bro. Boy, I
And
was
that
like, get him,
backlash.
Take. Get him, Take. Come on,
Remember what
bro.
he said? Remember what he said before the match? He was like, "I'm going to hurt you." I was like, "Let's go."
Bro. Boy, I was seated, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was cinema, bro. Because I was already somewhat pissed because John Cena lost, bro. But seeing that, bro, oh yeah, bro. I was happy, bro. I was happy. Bro, Edge downfall is the best thing. Like seeing that, bro, you just don't know, bro. As a kid, seeing that nigga lose, bro.
all right. We'll move on. He's being disrespectful. So we're going to move on to the Sasha Banks
Who both by the
match.
way, insanely beautiful.
Mhm.
Man,
Are you
Good
gonna
match
behave? Are you gonna
overall.
behave yourself now?
Alexa Bliss,
yes, bro.
2018.
Yes, bro.
All right. All
2018
right.
Alexa Bliss. Oh my gosh, bro.
She was different,
Oh,
Yes,
Was
she can get it. That's
especially
all I
as a
gotta say.
heel, especially as being like not being the bait. Like she had it all. She had it.
yes, bro. And this the thing, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, cause I'm a big Mercedes Monet Sasha Banks fan, bro. But
yeah.
Alexa Bliss, bro, I could not stand her, bro. But me not standing her, bro, I had to respect her, bro. I had to respect it, bro.
Yeah.
She faked a broken arm spot in the match. Clocked her, bro. Used to cook niggas on the mic, bro. Alexa got all my respect in the
Yeah.
world, bro. You gotta
I, I
respect it,
Mhm.
bro.
I think that was her first time ever pulling that double jointed spot. Like I
Bro,
think the way to come, I'm like, I don't remember her doing that prior to that match. I remember actually like thinking like when I watched it live, I thought she legitimately broke her arm.
yeah.
Right.
And then when she did it, I'm like, wait, she's double jointed?
Mhm.
Like, I know she did that spot a handful of times after that, but I think that was the very first time she did that spot.
Yeah. She's so athletic
Bro,
too,
that was
man.
bro, that spot right there was so goated, bro. Man, this match, bro, I love seeing like Sasha work, bro. Like to me, she's my GOAT in female wrestling, bro. Like I love her work, bro. Like she had a match with Stephanie Valkyrie, bro. That was by far one of my favorite women matches ever. She didn't Bianca Belair, Mania, main event. You got Sasha versus Charlotte, Sasha versus Bailey at Takeover, bro. Like
Yeah.
people like it's all an opinion based thing when you talk about the greatest women ever in the sport, bro. I just think her body of work, bro, and her accolades, bro. I think she has a right to be in that conversation, bro. People don't like they don't give her respect like they should, bro. Like especially when you talk about the four horsewomen, like you obviously got Bailey, Becky, Charlotte. You know, all of them are great, but I just think her body of work alone doesn't matter if it's in WWE or AEW or Japan. Like I think her body of work alone is the reason why I think she should be the greatest women's wrestler ever, bro. Like,
She's one of the smartest in-ring workers. I
yes,
want
bro.
in-ring
Yes,
workers right now.
Sasha Banks is definitely top five. I agree.
Who do you
man.
think it's
Look,
a take?
She's definitely top five.
look,
Hands down.
if she ever watched this podcast, hey, Mercedes, look, CEO, hook your brother up with some tickets, man. I be defending you every day, man. I be defending you, bro. I be defending you. Just hook your brother up, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. This match right here, bro. This is probably one of my favorite women's matches too. Like in
Look,
Yeah.
she would have stopped after her WWE career. I would agree with you. Her AEW run is absolute shit. Like, okay, yeah, she had the good match with Stephanie Valkyrie. That's the only thing I can point of ever since she left the company. Like, there's been nothing good. Like, she's not good on the mic. Her acting sucks now. Her wrestling skills have gone down. I mean, they pushed her into like this undefeated superpower, whatever the fuck. But I mean, overall, it's not impressive. It hasn't impressed anybody. That's why she gets no reaction or booed out of the building. But if she would have, and she's conceded, if she would have just stopped at WWE and would have never went anywhere else, went into acting or anything like that, I would put her in the top five. I still put her in the top 10, top 15, but I'm not putting her in the top five.
Damn. Whoa.
hey, real, you can make me rip my shirt like Hogan, man. Come on, bro. Come on,
I'm
bro.
putting her
You
in the
can't.
top. I'm not putting her
Why?
over. I'm
Why
not putting her
so
over.
negative?
I'm not putting her over Rhea. I'm not putting her over Charlotte. I'm not putting her over Becky. I'm not doing it. So that's three right there. And
Wait, over, you're putting her over Rhea?
I say I wouldn't.
Oh, you wouldn't. Oh, okay.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. And I wouldn't put her on. To be honest with you, I think Liv is starting to climb up there in the top five. For real, for it. His last 3 years, she's kind of been proving herself as a legitimate female wrestler. Like even with her size and stature, like she is legit. And you got to give, and to me, I give respect, all due respect to Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus is definitely in the top five as well. So, I mean, especially with what she had to work with in her era, she's definitely top five along with Lita. So there's five right there. I'm not putting Sasha Banks over any of those women. I'm not. Now we
Okay,
get
let me
when we
say
get to
this. Let me
like
say
6,
this.
7, 8, 9, 10, then we can start to fit her in there.
Let me say this. I get what you're saying, bro. I 100% get what you're saying, bro. I can't agree with that, man. Like I can't, bro. Like with her AEW run, like I think all the matches she's did like on the big stage of like the pay-per-views, I think the only one that really didn't hit was like between her and Britt Baker. I just don't I think by that probably by far was probably the weakest match she had, but
Right.
like you gotta think of her
I,
against
I had
Jamie.
people. No,
You
I
say
had
what?
people for 5 years trying to convince me that Britt Baker could wrestle, and I told everybody she couldn't wrestle. I was like, she's a great personality, she's good on the mic, but she can't
Mhm.
wrestle. Like
It's
she had
like
one bloody hardcore match, and everybody thought she's the best female wrestler in the world. Like she can't work a lick. She couldn't work a mop head to save her
It's like
life.
her style, bro. It's like her style is slow, bro. Like it's very slow. And it's like, and it's no disrespect to AEW at all, but I think like they need a performance center too, bro. Cause like they just like get random people, bro, and they just bring them up to the main roster. They need a performance center, bro. Cause it's like some of the wrestlers
Who
that
gonna
they do
listen?
have, bro.
They've had plenty of their wrestlers admit that they don't listen to veterans. So who will
Yeah,
listen? Who will
yeah,
listen?
it's crazy, bro. But my thing with I think that by far is the weakest match. I watched that match live and I was not impressed. 'Cause I was like, people was like, after that match, like people was like, oh, she washed, Mercedes washed. I'm like, bruh. Twitter fight for my life, bro. I'm like, no, she's not. She's not washed, bro. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Then she had, I forgot the other match she had. I think she had one with Jamie recently. That match was pretty good. She had one with Athena. That was good. She had one with Stephanie. That by far is my favorite one. I think after that though, after All Out, All In, All Out, I think she had a match with Julia Hart or something. I think that match was pretty solid. I just don't like I do miss her in WWE because like I miss the boss character, but I think since she's been gone from WWE, I think her run been pretty fine. I actually enjoy it. Like I think her New Japan run was very good too. Like I think she went up against Julia in New Japan. That was really good.
No,
Like
it wasn't.
what? You don't think her New Japan run was good?
No,
What?
I think you're just saying that because she your top. I think this it's
No,
just
no,
bias.
no, bro. Like the matches she was having was really good, bro. Come on, man. Her and Kyrie, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
Overall, this match was great. I give it an 8.
It
It was
was
a good
okay.
match. It was just a terrible ending. That's all.
Yeah,
That's
I
all.
wanted her to win that title so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them was good in the ring. They both was
Could have had a
athletic.
better
So
ending.
yeah.
And I will
Yeah,
say
and I
this
feel
too.
like Marv said,
I do think WWE somewhat booked her bad too, in a way. Cause like they like she like just hear me out. Cause it's like when you had like Charlotte and Becky, like when they used to win the title, they used to hold the title for like a long time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha win the title, she dropped that motherfucker at the next pay-per-view, bro. Like, dude, come on, bro. Like you can't be serious, bro. And like or like if she doesn't drop it at the next pay-per-view, she'll have like one successful title defense and then she'll drop it at the very next one. Bro, I hated that, bro. Like that used to makes me mad, bro. And like how she used to lose was absolute crazy. Like at one point, and y'all know I'm not lying, Sasha was losing on random episodes of Raw, just eating pins just to eat pins, bro. That absolutely used to piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon, you gotta run that fade, gang. I ain't gonna lie. You gotta run that fade, gang. That man. I'm not gonna be silenced about my Mercedes Money propaganda either. I don't care. I'm not gonna be silenced.
he said his propaganda.
He says you can't silence me.
No, because you can't handle the truth.
And what truth is that?
Mercedes Monet is the GOAT.
That's that's a little far fetched, but top
I
five,
mean,
absolutely.
everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah,
Does it
Y'all
does it
can't handle the truth.
doesn't mean it stands. Just because you put
definitely entitled to your own
just because
opinion
you
on
put a
that.
little bass in your voice doesn't make it stand.
Y'all can't. What my boy Ron Killen say?
I
You
don't care.
can't handle the truth. Put some respect on her name, man. Come on,
And
bro.
you see
Nah.
he's not the truth no more. So okay. So yeah, we'll move on. All right, so what it feels like the 375th time these fools have squared off. I was sick of seeing them. Pause. The Intercontinental Championship, The Miz versus Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, I went to go wash some dishes on this match. Next,
Yeah,
Same here.
the feud needed to end. That I
dude,
was
Dean
sick of it.
Ambrose, John Moxley, that
He
fuck
can't
him.
speak on a mic.
He
Mm,
fucking sucks. You
yeah.
know how every tag team or group got a Marty Jannetty? He is definitely the Marty Jannetty of the Shield.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what?
Whoa.
You heard exactly what I said.
No, I didn't. You got to
I
repeat that.
said, I said, you know how every tag team or a group has a Marty Jannetty in their group?
Mm-hmm.
He's the Marty Jannetty of the Shield.
Like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Doesn't mean it's right, but
What
I
does he
get
do?
this.
He do a bunch of outlaw death show matches. What does he do? And that match sucked. Dude, fuck him. He can't fucking wrestle. Fuck
Oh.
that guy.
I ain't gonna. I will say this though. Like recently, Mox has been very underwhelming. I can't agree. He has been very
Mm,
underwhelming, but I can't call him Marty Jannetty though, because like when he first got to AEW until like 2023,
It was
24,
shit.
he was good, bro. Like he was
No.
very good, man.
Y'all
Like he
thought
had
he
a
was
good
good.
match with Punk. He had good matches with freaking. I think he had one with Hangman that was pretty decent before he got with the Outlaws and stuff, bro.
that
Look,
one with Hangman was good though.
look,
Yeah,
because just because somebody bleeds like a woman on PMS doesn't mean it's a good match, people.
I will say he does bleed too much. Like as soon as the bell rang, this man get
Mm,
punched one time in the face. Bro, you see
Mhm.
blood all over the rim. Like, bro, he barely touched you, gang. Why you bleeding?
Like I would say this, like he, as far as like the accolades and stuff like that, like as far as he's been booked, yes, successful. So people would be like, "Oh, you're crazy," because look how he's been booked and this, that, and the third. But compared to Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and how their careers have been and how they are the bigger stars in the entire industry, he's the Genetti. He is. He's not a big star.
Yeah.
He's not,
Oh,
especially compared to
you
Roman
saying
and
like the
Seth.
mainstream type of star? Okay, I get it. I
even
understand.
even even let mainstream or whatever, or even how they've been booked. Roman Reigns had a generational run that we will probably won't see for the next 20, 25 years, if not longer. Seth Rollins, banger after banger after banger. Even when Seth Rollins not giving us a classic match, Seth Rollins still has good matches. I can't name a match where I'm like, yeah, okay, Rollins, that was a bad match. The worst you can go with Rollins is okay, that was a decent match. So that
Yeah,
should tell you about Rollins. Roman, especially the last 5 years, is like at worst you could say, okay, that was a decent match. Even in their promos, like they're far better than Ambrose slash Moxley. They just are. They just are. Just because Moxley talks with a raspy voice, curses a lot, and bleeds a lot, doesn't mean he's a good wrestler or good on the mic.
Yep. And he is ass on the mic. He
And
is
I've
so
always thought this way
okay,
about
yeah,
him.
he is on the
I've
mic.
always, even when he was as Dean Ambrose, I've
even in
thought this about him.
AEW, he's been
He's the
yeah.
weakest link. He was the weakest link in the group. Roman Reigns was upfront weak because he was cringeworthy, and then they gave him the suffering succotash, which I gave him a lot of credit for that because you delivered as best as you could. That's like somebody giving you mustache and a promo. You had to deal with suffering succotash, but you powered through it and you became better. And once they let you be yourself, that's when we really saw who you were. But Roman Reigns, even when he was the big dog, was not having bad matches. The only time he had some type of bad match was like with Baron Corbin, and even then those were pretty solid. So
Yeah,
it's like, I'm sorry, Ambrose was the weakest link. He was the
and people
weakest.
don't
He
talk about
was
this
the
enough
weakest.
either, bro. Roman from like 2015 to like 18, that man was a hooper, bro. Like they don't, bro. Like them matches against AJ Styles, bro. He did that match against, I think it was against Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. Roman was a hooper, bro. He was a hooper, bro. And
Even this
like
ambulance match that we're gonna be talking about, like that match went crazy.
it did, bro. Roman was a hooper, bro. Like if he would have kept with his bag, bro, and kept going hard, bro, Roman easily could have been the best wrestler in the world today. Like that's how good he was at one point. That Roman was hooping, bro. They don't get, bro. Him and AJ Styles, bro, bro. Man, I can
They
watch an
don't
AJ
get their
Styles and
credit.
Roman match every day, bro, for the rest of my life,
Dude, he even carried Jinder Mahal to a decent match.
bro.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
hinder
he
the gentleman, bro.
absolutely did.
Don't hinder the
And he made
gentleman.
Dude,
Jinder
him and
Mahal
Cena
look
had no mercy.
good during that match.
Yeah,
He was taking most of the beating that match.
right. Him and Cena had no mercy. Like
Yeah, that was a good match too.
Mhm.
so, like, see, Roman Reigns really, like, if you really look at his catalog, like, yeah, I can point some things like his main event at 32 with Triple H and him and Lesnar at 34. Like, yeah, those are, I will admit, those were bad matches. But
Yeah.
overall, like, there's more good between Rollins and Roman Reigns than is Moxley. Like, there are moments where I can't watch a Moxley match because I'll just it gets past the death point stuff. When you're sticking skewers in your head, how far are you going with this crap? Like,
Technically, those weren't bad matches, Tyrell. They was just scripted
Bats with
wrong.
nails sticking out.
The matchups was great. Like, like you said, Roman versus Brock, Roman versus Triple H. Those were great matches. If like, oh man, those sound dope. But
I ain't gonna,
the way they was written was trash. I
yeah,
I
get
ain't
I
gonna
mean,
that.
lie,
shoot,
Mark.
even
Like,
Lesnar and Roman part
But
one at
I
31
was
was great.
excited about those. I ain't gonna lie
I
to
ain't gonna
you.
lie, Mark.
I was excited about those.
Like, them Brock and Roman matches at Mania, bro. I got sick of that shit, bro. Like, it was like, I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah,
the
it
one at
got it got
31
it got
compared to the
repetitive.
other ones, bro.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
good compared to the
but you
other
got
ones,
to
bro.
remember too, JoJo, the first one made it trash that we weren't excited to see it again. Just like
It
we
was,
was excited. Like
Wait,
yeah,
wait, you
all
thought
look, you got to
31
think
was
about
trash?
you got to think about all the Shawn Michael and Undertaker matches, right?
Yeah,
Still,
but
you got to
those are
think about stuff
changes,
like
though.
that, though. No, I meant like their whole careers.
Oh, but
You
it
know what I'm
was
saying? It's
like, bro,
exciting to
like,
see it though. If you make something trash the first time, it's not gonna be worth seeing it the second time.
man, bro, it was, bro, like the in-ring work. I just feel like they was sloppy. The crowd was like, "This is boring." Bro, like this. I think this was really the time when people was
Yeah,
not fucking with Roman like that. They was not. They didn't like Roman at all, and it was just like.
yeah.
Then after that match happened, you had the one versus Triple H. They didn't like that match. I just don't know what went wrong because I thought Roman bag work was
He,
pretty
he
fine.
was he was
It's
getting pushed too
Yeah.
hard. But no, Roman
yeah,
and Lesnar won at WrestleMania 31. That was actually a good match. And
yeah,
actually, they started hating on the match, but then the match was so good they couldn't hate on it no more. What
yeah.
J. Cole say, the hate in your blood can't stop your soul from vibing with it?
Bro,
Like that's exactly one of those things.
I
Yeah.
seen a post on Twitter like 2 3 days ago. Somebody said Jay Uso is the most forced main event push since 2015 Roman, bro. And I highly disagree with that, bro. I'm not agreeing with that shit at all, bro. Because the reason why I don't agree with that is because the bloodline story started in 2020 during the pandemic.
Hmm.
You had Jay versus Roman, Clash of Champions. Then you had Jay versus Roman in Hell in a Cell. Jay fall in line. Jay and Sami Zayn became the focal points of the bloodline story. Once once the tension started happening in the bloodline, people love Uso. Once he kicked Roman in the face, people was behind Uso. The only thing I don't agree with is them making Jay a one-dimensional character with the Yi. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate it. Because I like Jay. Jay, like the Usos are my favorite tag team ever. But to sit up here and say that he's the most forced main event push of all time since Roman, I'm not agreeing with it because the man has the arenas rocking. Man went to France, had everybody doing the yeet. This man music is playing in basketball arenas. This man got the Saints and the Florida Gators posting his merch and his eating, bro. Like y'all gotta stop. Like I understand, like Jay is not a Kenny Omega or a Bryan Danielson in the ring. I'm not sitting up there saying he is. He's average at best. But to sit up here and spread false BS talking about he's the most forced when he was the focal point of the bloodline story is absolute
Yeah,
baffling, bro.
I
And I'm
agree.
not standing for that, bro. I'm
Because
sorry.
even because even Roman, like you can make the case for Roman because nobody like there were people that like Roman, but people who felt like Roman wasn't ready compared to like Jay, where people
Mhm.
were clamoring for Jay to like win the title, win a world title, and it was
And
like
then when
kind
he
of like
did, they
that.
hated on him.
No, they
Yeah.
started hating on him when he won the Royal Rumble because a lot of people thought Cena because a lot of people wanted Punk or Cena to win it, and that's when they started to turn on him was after the Rumble. But I went to the Raw in Cleveland after the Rumble, and that place was jumping, dude. It was like it was
Mhm.
a party in that place, man.
Man, I
It was
went to
like I
He
was
had
back in the
every
basement.
crowd. He
Yeah,
has
bro,
every
I went to
crowd like that.
SmackDown like 2 weeks after he won the. No, matter of fact, the week after he won the Rumble, SmackDown's in Memphis. I went, bro.
Oh shit.
Man,
Hey guys, real my bad. I gotta get ready for work. I had to accept a call in, but I'll be able to jump on the next show for sure.
All
All
right,
right.
bro.
My bad, Marv.
All right. Peace.
all right,
So,
take
Mark, we
care,
got a
my
speed
guy.
running it for you to get your to the game.
Yeah, I'm leaving at 5:30. So
All
that's
right.
what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm leaving at
But yeah,
5:30.
man, like I went to the Rumble after the Rumble he won, bro. The whole crowd in Memphis was on their feet, bro. Like
Right.
it really started. The J hate really started when he beat Ilya Dragunov when he first came from NXT, and like people gotta understand, bro. In Ilya, don't get me wrong, I love Ilya. Jay is by far the most over babyface in the company. He still is right now as we speak against a fresh incomer in Ilya, bro. You really think they was gonna have a fresh incomer in Ilya Dragunov beat Jay Uso in the King of the Ring tournament? Like I understand, like people like have certain favorites and like I get it,
Right.
but like when it's a business thing, bro, and people love Uso, but if you have a freshly incoming talent in Ilya Dragunov, who is phenomenal, beat the most over babyface on Raw, bro, you really think people gonna like that? And you really think that's gonna stand from a business point? That's why I don't really take the IWC on Twitter, none of that serious, bro. Because like
Right.
if them niggas actually ran WWE, bro, WWE would go bankrupt. Because you niggas really will like, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with like actually having great wrestlers in the main event. There's nothing wrong with it. Like the AJ Styles, the Seth Rollins, Ilya, none of that. But when you want better wrestlers to beat the most over face in the company, bro, at the time. Well, now, bro, you're smoking. You're smoking. Then people will bring up, oh, well, Otis and Tozawa is over. Eugene was. Shut up, my nigga. Just shut up. Just shut up. Man, I'm not gonna even say what I want to say because I respect my boy Marv. But y'all niggas
No,
sound.
go ahead, say it, say it.
Man, these fat niggas in their mama's basement smelling like belly button juice and camel spit always got something to say when it comes to booking. And man, it aggravates me, bro. It really aggravates me, bro, that y'all will sit up here and say, don't get me wrong, love Otis and Tozawa. I think they're very great.
Mhm.
But y'all try to make arguments that there is over is Jay Uso when he has the whole arena rocking and he's the most. Man, shut the fuck up, bro. Get the fuck out of here, you idiots, bro. Shut up, bro. You niggas don't know business, bro. Just because they wrestle good, bro. Man, shut up, bro. All y'all, man, matter of fact, all y'all need to be locked up. All y'all niggas need to be locked up, bro. All y'all, bro. That's all I had to say about that, bro.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the perfect rant by Jojo himself.
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful written, beautiful said, and that was not in the script. So overall, this match was a 1. It was trash. The Miz and Ambrose need to move on. So let's get to the great one, the greatest match on this card.
Ambulance
The
match.
the
Yes.
murder was the case that they gave me.
All right.
Brutal.
Can we do a slight time jump? Because I want to talk about this before this misses my conscience.
Sure.
After this match, they had, we going to talk about that after birth.
Mm-hmm.
They had Kurt Hawkins and
Yes,
Heath Slater go out there
which was
and
unprofessional.
unprofessional, especially when they had them looking like they weren't ready.
Right.
And then they proceed to not show the finish.
Yes.
They cut to the back where the fire truck pulls up. And next thing you know, before the fireman can even get out of the truck, here's your winner of the match, Heath Slater. And I got curious. I'm like, is there any fan footage of this match? Like how this match ended? None.
No.
No, I'm not looking for official WWE footage. I'm looking for like somebody who wasn't paying attention to the screens and was like, I'm gonna record this finish as a coincidence. Nothing.
Man, that YouTube trailer is
So
Nothing.
yeah, so since we jump into the case, let's just get that crap out the way. I couldn't rate it. We
yeah,
didn't
because
we
you
didn't
didn't
see
see
it. We didn't
nothing.
see
We
it,
didn't see
so
it.
I can't rate it. Sorry, blame WWE, not me. So
We didn't see it.
we'll get
It
back to the
literally it went from a picture in picture to they went to the full picture of the backstage when the ambulance truck got to a certain spot and the fireman opened the door
hmm
and the bell rung and they were like, Heath Slater is your winner. And I'm like,
That's
what? And then
trash.
you can see like when they started playing like the audio from the back, nobody gave a fuck about the match in the crowd. Like nobody was watching. And I'm like, this is literally lost media that we just watched. And like we just saw lost media in front of our face. Like there is no recording of like, was it a pinfall? Was it a submission? Did the lights go out? Did they stop wrestling? Like we don't know. All we know is we got an announcement and that was it.
Mhm.
Ridiculous. I was on the floor in tears. I was in tears for minutes, like because of that. I didn't even care what Braun was doing. Which good kudos to Braun Strowman with his acting. I thought he overacted a little bit. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying? Like overall, he still looked strong about the getting murdered, and they had to get the jaws of life, and you just walk out. You know what I'm saying? He looked strong as hell for that. But like, y'all couldn't at least show us the finish in picture in picture. Like, what was the point of doing the match?
Exactly.
Y'all could have had Michael Cole as a talking head. Y'all could have did whatever y'all could have did to stall time. It was
Yeah,
just like ridiculous.
yeah, yeah, I can't rate that match either, bro.
No.
It was something that shouldn't have happened on that card, bro. That keep in mind that was the co-main event, bro.
hmm which was bad. Which was bad.
YouTube. Y'all not listening to me, bro. That was the co-main event in 2000 in a great big 2017. And it's no disrespect to these guys, bro. But that is the co-main event of a pay-per-view in 2017 that nobody seen what happened, bro.
And the match was 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Like nobody knows
You got an
what
official time?
he won.
That was the
Yes, no,
official
yeah.
time. Yes, that was
Yeah, I
the
guess so.
official time.
That does make sense. They did announce the winner.
2 minutes. And I guess it was like some type of distraction. I guess it was like, y'all go out there. I don't care. Remember the one scene from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will was on that soap opera and they
Yep.
put the white dude in there like, now, I don't care if he's ready. Get him out there now.
Yep.
Now. That's what they did with Heath Slater in there. Just now. Just that.
Yeah,
That's what they
that
did.
was I honestly felt like that was kind of bogus, bro. Because
was
like
very
people didn't care
bogus.
about that match, bro.
No.
People were still locked to the Titantron against Roman and Braun, bro. See if Braun was okay and all that. That could have just had Michael Cole go back there do backstage analysis, or they could have had Byron Saxton or somebody, bro. Like, why would y'all send them dudes out there, bro?
Yeah.
Hey, mad respect to that. And F that match now. Going back to this ambulance match, right? I mean, dude, them dudes is just two big, meaty, sweaty men, going at it, just slapping meat and just beating each other up. Yeah, I said it. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. Breaking LED boards and stage spots and I mess with the ending. I mess with it because I got to lead someone to myself. But I mess with the ending, right? This is what got me. Roman Reigns going for the spear, and Braun like just moves out the way and closes the door. I love that spot. I thought Roman Reigns perfected it. But then what Roman Reigns do to get Braun Strowman, like Braun is celebrating. Roman pops out of the ambulance, kind of and spears him from the top of the ambulance door, from the back door, and then he hits him with the door two, 3 times, and drives him in to the back of the ambulance. And I'm like, why didn't you do that in the match?
Man, that post beat down ass.
Why didn't you do that in the match? Like, why didn't you slam? He was right by the door. Why didn't you go up to the door and smack him with the door a few times and push him in there? You waited until after you did the diving spear. So I was like, that kind of looks stupid on your end, Roman, but the spot was great. It was great. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better diving spot, man. That was perfect.
Yeah. Man, Roman knocked the sunny rings out of Braun Strowman ass, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. Bro, the match was brutal, bro. I loved it, bro. I'm gonna get this. I liked it.
9 out of 10.
Bro, and this was the year when Braun Strowman was really that guy that year too.
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, he was.
I'm gonna give it a 10 because he wasn't human. Braun was not human, man. He was that. And what we used to call it back in the day, the last ride match before the ambulance match, man. It was well written, perfect match to set off the pay-per-view. Not to set it off, but during the pay-per-view, despite all the garbage matches, this match right here, the perfect match right here, was the oral of it all. Like right here, it was like crazy. Especially at the end, Kurt looking all shocked. Little Jamie Noble thinking he could open the door with his little goofball ass.
Jamie Noble got a small chance.
But you know what? He was like, come on, Roman. Hurry up, guys. I was like, such a little dramatic ass up. But he played he overplayed it too, though. Shout out to Jamie Noble, man.
Yeah, I respect it, man.
Yeah, definitely shout out to Jamie Noble, man. Shout out to Roman. Shout out to Braun for just making this whole match happen. You know. But especially Braun, man. Superhuman.
Oh, yeah.
Good match. 10 out of 10. I couldn't ask for more. But let's go to this last one, which I wasn't impressed.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my quick thoughts on it. I gotta slide out because I got a friend basement flooded over here. Gotta help move some stuff up out of here from the basement. But yeah, this match I was hyped for this match, and very underwhelming. Like I would have preferred the ambulance match to be the main event. You could have closed the show out with Braun Strowman walking away. Joe got some offense in. Brock Lesnar will come back every once in a while. One F5 and the match is over. Very
Oh,
underwhelming.
oh, bro, talking
Very
about number
underwhelming.
talent, bro. Samoa Joe was never won the big title on the main roster, bro. Think about that real quick.
Yeah.
Bro, he's one of the most he got fumbled and fucked over so hard in WWE. And if I may
Yeah.
speak, Samoa Joe should have won that match.
Yeah.
He should have choked Brock Lesnar ass out and he should have won.
He should have.
And it was like, bro, like this was the time when like I was really sick of Brock Lesnar, bro. Because like Brock Lesnar was like he'll come back, he'll win the title, and he'll hold it for like a whole half a year. And you won't see this nigga again until he pops up in like a random episode of Raw.
Mm,
He go after like somebody like Roman or Braun Strowman, bro. Then he wins again, he's gone again. Bro, man, bro, I'm gonna give him this match a 5, bro. This really didn't care about it. I just wanted Samoa Joe to win at the time, and he did. And that pissed me off. If Samoa Joe would have won, I probably would have gave this like a 7. I'm not gonna lie to you.
yeah.
It was just, I don't know, man. Samoa Joe should have been the one walking away with the title.
I'm gonna give it probably a good 6, only because of the promo.
Yeah.
Only because of the promo that led up to the match. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, Samoa Joe was a talker, bro. That man was a talker on the mic. He was really good on the mic. People don't give that man. Well, they do give him credit, bro. But like he told Jeff Hardy on a random episode of SmackDown, he said, "Do me a favor, pretend like this is an AA meeting and shut your mouth while I'm talking." Oh my God.
Crazy work, bro.
Bro, I was like, no way he said this on PG television in 2018, bro.
Yeah. But here's the thing with this though. For y'all to make this the face of the pay-per-view, put these two on the poster, and for y'all to write it like this, what in the world was y'all thinking about? For this match to be this ass, terrible, garbage, you got these two to face on the poster, which is bad. Yeah. So,
I think
yeah.
it would have been hard for me if Samoa would have won, bro. This is like I was a really big Samoa Joe fan. I've been a
Mm,
Samoa Joe fan since TNA when
yeah.
like him and AJ Styles and other niggas was going at it, bro. Like I've been rocking with Samoa heavily, bro. But
Yeah.
for him not to win the big title on the main roster is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
That rubs me the wrong way, man. But I
Right.
think the pay-per-view was very enjoyable, bro. I'm giving this an 8, bro. This was a very good pay-per-view. Outside of like not rating Kurt Hawkins and Heath Slater and Enzo and Amore, that was like those two are probably the lowlights of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I think the
The main
highlight,
event was low too. I'm sorry. I got to give it a 6 out of 10 just because
it
the
was
main event was
underwhelming.
low.
Yeah, very underwhelming, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Marv, I got to slide out though.
All right,
I got
T.
to slide. All
All
right.
right.
Hey, my boy.
But overall, this pay-per-view gets a 7 out of 10 from me. It was a very good show from top to bottom. It didn't
Yeah.
have any like similar standouts besides like, the ambulance match. There was a few good key moments. I would definitely not put this in my pay-per-view rankings at all. But it was like one of the best like Raw pay-per-views of that year, no doubt about it. It was a big night for all the heels, I think.
Yeah.
I got a lot of predictions wrong, I could tell you that much for sure. Like when I
If I
looked
had
at
to
the
grade
card,
this though, if I had to grade this pay-per-view, I'm
yeah.
honestly like from like S, A, B,
Mhm.
C, D, and F. I'm giving this a B. It was very good, bro.
Yeah, I'll give it a beat. Like I said, my favorite moments was definitely the tag match. Strowman and Roman.
Hmm.
Definitely Sasha and them.
Yeah.
Like I said, very disappointed in Brock and Joe. I felt like they did Heath Slater and them wrong by doing that. The stars of the show to me was Strowman. I definitely say Sheamus, Cesaro, Hardy Boys. You could definitely put Brock like low,
Hmm.
and then like Samoan and Roman Reigns. As they tie for like 5 and 6 and stuff like that too. So that's
Yeah.
my final thoughts on that. I definitely give it a 7 out of 10.
Hmm. Yeah, this is enjoyable though, man, for sure.
Yeah, most definitely, man. But all right, y'all. That's it for our show. Like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for joining us. We'll be back soon.